Anywhere there's good, yeah. Good morning. It's fantastic to be here in person, albeit a little bit still restricted because we got to protect these guys for the Briar, but welcome everyone. It's certainly fantastic to welcome home our own Team Canada. Well done, gents. I can't tell you how special it is to be Premier at a moment like this. The world is quite troubled. We've come through the pandemic, and to see our very own on a world stage showing pure excellence has been inspirational to me, frankly, as Premier during some dark moments. So thank you for that personally. We're so proud of you, and I'm sure I speak for every Newfoundlander and Labradorian when I say that we absolutely loved the energy that you brought to the rink every single day, and despite being up at 2 and 3 o'clock in the morning, we enjoyed watching every second of it. Now, personally, I've spent a lot of time thinking about you all over the last couple of months, and I've been thinking about what you've accomplished, but more importantly, your legacy for the people of Newfoundland and Labrador. And your legacy is one more than of championships, more than of the medals that you wear, medals plural, that you wear around your neck. Your legacy is truly what I spoke at the beginning, your inspiration to your own children now and to the youth of Newfoundland and Labrador. My son, for example, curls because of you, but it extends beyond the rink. Every athlete in this province is inspired because of you, dreams because of you, and knows that they can reach the ultimate pinnacle in sport because of you. So beyond the forefoot, beyond the medals, beyond, you've reached into every pool, every rink, every soccer pitch, every rugby pitch, tennis court, and every sport and recreational facility throughout our province. Beyond that, you've reached into the hearts of every Newfoundlander and Labradorian. And for that, as Premier, I couldn't be more proud, and I want to say thank you. And as a team, because it is a team, you are true inspiration as well. And I'd like to properly recognize each and every member of the team. Of course, skip Brad Gushue, third Mark Nichols, second Brett Glant. We're so happy you can be here in person right now. And lead Jeff Walker, alternate Mark Kennedy, and coaches Jewel Orker and Jeff Thomas. We're so sorry that you couldn't join us here today, but know how happy we are for all of you. You've done us all so incredibly proud, gentlemen. Newfoundlanders and Labradorians are truly passionate, determined, loyal people, and that loyalty runs extra deep when it comes to our athletes. Team Gushue, we've followed your successes from the youth championships, to the Grand Slams, to the Briars, to the gold medal in Torino. And now we've cheered you on at the Beijing Olympics. And in Beijing, you showed our province, our country, and the world that Newfoundlanders and Labradorians have what it takes to compete on a global scale. You represented us so strongly and with pride, dignity, that we all owe you a collective gratitude. Your focus and determination and commitment were palpable to all of us watching at home, as, frankly, is your openness, truly what it means to be a Newfoundlander and a Labradorian. Now, competitions in COVID-19 have certainly asked more of each and every one of you as individuals and as a team. More sacrifices, more time away from family and friends, and if we're being honest, more risk. But you've mastered it every step of the way, leading by example and setting a pretty high bar for how to be active even in isolation. And I'm sure all of us watch TikTok regularly to see your antics and warm-up routines, and I quite enjoyed it. We probably can't imagine, though, all jokes aside, how tough it has been on each and every one of you, the isolation and the training. But thank you for letting us in. Thank you for letting us share that experience with you, as tough as I'm sure it was at times. For each and every one of those reasons, you're incredible athletes, but beyond that, The true legacy is being an exemplary Newfoundlander and Labradorian, one that we're all proud to look at on the TV, to see your medals, and again, more importantly, to recognize your true legacy of inspiration across our beautiful province. We're lucky to have you as role models, especially for our kids and budding athletes. Now, I wish I could have met you in St. John's International Airport last week for the absolutely electric-looking welcome home that you received. Of course, COVID-19 had different plans for me, but it's over now. So it was so nice, though, for me to be able to see the smiles on young fans, your family, in particular, your children. A completely different experience from Tofino. Youth all throughout this province and across the country could see that by working hard, giving something your all, never giving up, you can achieve your dreams. That extends beyond the rinks, beyond sport in particular, and to every Newfoundlander and Labradorian who dares to dream about something better for the future of our province, not just on a national, but on an international stage. We've known forever that we can compete in business, arts, entertainment, and beyond on international stages every single day. But you are an example for us all, a real example about how when you work hard, you can achieve your dreams and achieve greatness for Newfoundland and Labrador. So thank you. This is more than just the medals, but we're also very proud of the medals that you achieved. We are beyond proud of your accomplishments, and we wish you the absolute best as you travel to Alberta for the Brier, and we'll be cheering you on, and you'll hear the voices through the TV sets, on TikTok, Twitter, social media, and beyond, as we root for you to bring home another championship. So thanks very much, gentlemen, and please join me in giving a round of applause to our very own Team Gushue. Brad, I'll invite you up.
Thank you, Premier. On behalf of Jeff Walker, Jeff Thomas, Jules Oucher, and Mark Kennedy, they'd love to be here today, but they're obviously out west, already headed to the Brier, where Mark, Brett, and I are going to be heading tomorrow morning. But I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the team to thank the Premier, the government, and the whole province of Newfoundland and Labrador for their support over the last 20 years. That makes me feel old saying 20 years, but in particular over the last 7 weeks, since we started the isolation and tried to share our journey with you guys, what we were going through, and certainly over the 3 weeks that we were in Beijing, tried to make people at home feel as much a part of it as we were, and I want to thank everybody for the support, the messages that we got, the messages from the Premier, from other members of the government. Those personal messages meant a lot to us, and it was great to see the support here at home, and thank you very much for all of that. We're actually off tomorrow to the Brier. We're unfortunately not going to be wearing the Newfoundland and Labrador colors. We're going to be Team Wildcard this time around, but we are going to be representing Newfoundland and Labrador and go in there to do our best and work as hard as we can to hopefully come home with another championship. So looking forward to that. And again, I want to thank you, Premier, for all your support. Thanks for doing this today. It means a lot to us. It's been a long journey for Mark and I, 16 years to get back to the Olympics, and to see the welcome that we've received since we've been home is special, and it does mean a lot to us. And for Brett and Jeff, who have done this for the first time, they're getting to see the Newfoundland and Labrador hospitality and what it means to us as a province to come home with an Olympic medal. So hopefully they enjoy it, and once we get beyond this pandemic, hopefully we have some bigger events where we could actually get together and see each other's faces. So I'm looking forward to that in the coming months. But thanks again, and hopefully we can do this again in a few months after the Brier. Thanks.
Thank you, Brad. It really doesn't get much more exciting than this to be here this morning and celebrate your win. And as Minister of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Recreation, it is a pleasure to congratulate you on your bronze medal victory in Beijing. As the Premier has said earlier, I think, Team Gushue has single-handedly been responsible for launching curling in our province as a super sport. And your fan base has been tremendous and will continue to be tremendous and passionate, I'm quite sure, as you move on now to the Briar. If there ever was an event to prove fan loyalty, it was the Beijing Olympics. If you think about the time difference alone, I know we chatted about it upstairs, the teams got to Beijing and they could, I guess, climatize. But here in this province, we were getting up at 2:30 a.m. and people were sneaking away in office boardrooms, watching big screens, and productivity, I think, may have been low for a few days, whether it was a morning game and people were watching it in a boardroom or people were up all night, but quite rewarding. But in all seriousness, it's been a real inspiration to watch your success over the years, and as the Premier said in his remarks, your dedication has been nothing short of inspiring. And to see how hard you've worked doing something that Newfoundlanders and Labradorians share in a love of a sport and the way that you pursue it, and give us all the joy of watching you do what you're so good at. Again, we are also very proud of what you've been able to do and your ability to refocus at the Olympics and get back on that podium, which is a very special place to be, one of only 3 in the world. So congratulations again. Your pride in this, the pride in you in this province and in our country is overwhelming. And again, congratulations and best luck at the Briar. It's really good. I said to Brad upstairs, not many people get to go after Brad Gushue, because there's the lead, there's the second, there's the third, and then there's a skip. But this morning I got to go after Brad Gushue, so I'll always remember the day that I threw the last rocks. So again, congratulations and best of luck at the Briar. And thank you everyone for joining us this morning.